A hero in the making. Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Would it have something to do with your newfound fame? I wonder. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way to Eorzea. In Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding... Oh, this is a summary, ma'am. Aiding those in need without thought of reward. Confirming to Ida and Papalimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. I'm a badass. What can I say? I'm so humble. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Kat. Or rather, you have guests. I do? Oh, God. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. Well, as you can see, Kat, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. Oh, we're courting? Oh, are we gonna date? What's happening here? Did you bring me flowers? Is there a nice dinner? Do I get candlelit dinner? I would love that. Walks on the beach? Who's promising me this? Anyway. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Kat's deeds spread so quickly. That the Immortal Flames should know of his triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? I like how we're just staring at Tataru. Fuck. Eep! Your reputation precedes you, Master Winnersriv. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem and that you will always be welcome among us. I wasn't at first, I'll tell you that much, Gridania. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join our strength to yours, friend, and together let us ensure the peace ever reigns over the Twelfthwood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Winnersriv. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talent belongs with the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ulda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. Marilyn speaks of me? Oh my god. Anyway. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Ah, very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Lominsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your endeavors. You are if you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I can see that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. As well as part of the proceedings, I am given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, dear officers? A fine suggestion. Oh wait, which one's which? Flame? Twin? Fuck. You're as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Kat hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I already know who I'm picking, but okay, I guess we'll go through this. I blame you. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Kat, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. Not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man among many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not meaning leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely on your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I will have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Eorzea is changing, Kat, and you have the power to change, to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we can achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. And she'll spill her mouth. Excuse me? You're supposed to be courting Kat, not Minfilia, sir? Good point. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Kat. I might have snug your praises a little too loudly. Sung your praises a little too loudly. And often to a few too many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you to want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and the Elder Seedseer Connie Senna will deliver her address at Manketo's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where the Flame General Raban Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's to be a special guest. How exciting! Do we get to finally see? Oh my god. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Liminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merowib Blowefswyn? Fuck, she's pronounced it earlier and I don't remember. Will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Xanthiel and he'll admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may very well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. That's hilarious.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Oh. Are you okay, sir?
The seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Oh, hey, there's Leah in the background.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
I see some twins.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
Self-assured youth!
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
I don't think that's his voice later. It's throwing me off.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
That's throwing me off too.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For all
forest.
the elementals!
Think of the children. Like
If
these
you'll
children?
permit me, Alfie, no.
His voice is so deep. I fucking can't.
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
He goes through reverse puberty, chat. I can't.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Alpha, no. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. I don't know if I should make his voice deep voice or like the voice he has in the future. Fuck. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primals Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelveswood was... Remember when I said that I was surprised he didn't talk? There's a reason that I was surprised he didn't talk on that beginning traveling. It's because the boy doesn't shut up. Anyway. Was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet, how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on the Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out, if the Elder Seedseer's words fell on fertile ground. At least say out. My word, he speaks a mouthful. My word. We're waiting. I'm gonna guess this is another cutscene.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well.
Nanamo!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back lies the Grand Company's standard.
My biggest jump scare, Alphino.
Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall.
Somebody give Nanamo a hug.
Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Yeah, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raban?
I love her! Is she gonna be on his shoulder? Yes, let's go.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived.
This is the best pose ever, though.
For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn!
Hi there.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I believe
That
Seeing
voice.
you again.
The time is now! It's like Toad is in the audience somewhere. Hi, Alphino. The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to the ranks. Allie, say out! Allie say leads the way every time. She's like, brother, you talk too much, let's go. Here to attend the Remembrance service? Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Sure. We're going up there?
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Mommy? Sorry, Mommy?
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Alphino throwing the fucking shade. Heckler?
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
I'd follow you to bed, Admiral. Just saying.
Fancy meeting you again.
Stalker. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans also have chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lomencians' backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Lomencians are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Allie, say out! Kat, this is Minfilia. Are you well, I hope? Would I be correct in thinking that the final Remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say? What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? While delighted though we were to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. She's sick of them. Get rid of them. Make a decision quick, please. Welcome back, Kat. Were the Grand Company leaders' words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Kat. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Oh, okay. I thought you wanted them off your hands. Oh.
The gods only know what Grand Company our adventurer friend will keep.
What is that supposed to mean?
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called Remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
Yes, that was their purpose.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience.
Fair.
There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright. I'll pick the Serpent Officer. I take it the Elder Seedseer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. The company you keep, Twin Adder. The Twin Adder recruitment officer seems eager to welcome you to Gridania's Grand Company. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt but that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother. Hi, buddy. You are welcome to the Twin Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome you? Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the elemental's name for the good of our forest nation. My name is KatFTWynn. I believe you are expecting me. I'm just gonna say it. I'm here to enlist if you'll have me. No need to say my name. Might you be KatFTWynn? I thought as much. Our recruitment officer sent word that you would be coming. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks. Now let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! So? What is it? Report. An urgent message from Amarisa's Spire, sir. The Heavensward Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the sky over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of Nine Ives. The Nine Ives? Gods, this had not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Kat, I know you full well have yet to be formally inducted into our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of Nine Ives. Locate the airship and ascertain the status of the passengers. I got you. Okay. Is everything okay over here? Airship crewman. Sure, let's do it. Those look like Garleans. Those are definitely Garleans. I'm sorry, how did we hide? An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. But they don't hear that. I'm sorry, what? The Adder's Nest sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. I literally just joined, bro. Peace, friend. We mean you no harm. You are an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. And you are KatFTWynn, I presume? I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. Those caps, though. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to that man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong to Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. Punch a man in the face. Oh no! We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Save him! Imperial scouts from Orions. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell is hiding inside the tiny Bronco. The tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me, all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We must strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Save Wedge! Kat, I trust we can rely on your support. May this matron watch over us with me. An ambush! To arms! Yeah, this is probably fine. It's okay, I can take them all out on my own. Did you not see me murder a bunch of funguses? The skinny ass twig of a tree is not concealing your buff ass green man. Yeah. Green man? Is he green? I thought of him always as blue for some reason. Then again, it could be monitors. My monitor might be off. My monitor's not great. Blarg to your uniform. Put him green. Blend in. Yeah. The Ironworks outfit is not very discreet. Oops, I want this Lancer. Thank you. Let's get the squishy ones first. Thank you. Shoot him. Shoot him with fire. What? What was the whistle for? No, it's okay. We'll kill you. Don't worry about it. That's big. I would like that, thank you. Hold on, these guys are annoying. And distracting. That noise in my ear hole, chat. That did not sound like battle sounds, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. What? Come back. Do 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 do. Excuse. Do, do, do. We did it. GG's. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed. You shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how's she looking anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. Well, while you do your work, we should keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Kat, you have more than done your part today. I bid you return the Twin Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When next we meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I just want to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Haha. Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the Twin Adder lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge? Thank you. We're very grateful. Haha. Yes, very wrong. I am not a spy at all. Sup? Bow. Kat, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago of the team at Nine Ives. Lest you worry, the 2 engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Thank you! I got gold die. Let's go. Woods will be done. The personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Protocol requires that I appraise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Is it of my own free will? Not to continue the game, it's not. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direct adversity, oh my god, when our very survival hangs on the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seed Seer Connie Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, KatFTWynn, I ask you to give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. I shall strike down our enemies and drink of their blood! My life for the Elder Seed Seer! I don't like any of these. It's weird. It's all a little culty, but I'm gonna go with this one. Woods will be done. So you know the words of our Grand Company. That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this nation. By the power invested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Winwisv, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Okay. I got you. Oh, I have an audience. Okay. Everyone's clapping for me. Can you hear me, Kat? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Winwisv. I have no doubt that you are eager to make acquaintance with your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to our old ones first. Remember, though you are now a serpent of Gridania, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. The distant call from a friend in need, perhaps? As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with the High Serpent Commander Vorsail Hilloy? Before you depart, he may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Yes, he will! Somebody over there. I'm talking to them ASAP. Pray return to the Waking Sands counts 1? I don't think it's even 1. I think this might be 2 or 3. I don't remember, though. I'm gonna do my little chocobo! Give me my chocobo. Order of the Twin Adder. Snake bitten. Okay. 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 Welcome back, Kat. Lady Memphilia waits you within. Thanks. Now I'm getting seals. Let's go. Hi, ma'am. Welcome back. It seemed you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Well, why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Kat. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted to meet some friends. Did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs! Oh! Biggs and Wedge.
Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs.
And I'm...
Gods, man, spit it out, would you?
Wedge, at your service! Oh, I hurt my own ears. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As the neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we need the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of this realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Da, 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 da.